coming up on stage is one of the most beloved and well-known individual amidst us. I think most of you can guess the name. The leader of Cloud Native Hooghly chapter, one of the only 40 CNCF chapter in the whole of Asia. A distinguished individual who has cracked Google Summer of Code recently.
He, along with Ronak and Shubhra Kamal, is the co-founder of a rapidly expanding startup called ProjectX.Cloud. Yes, you are right. He is none other than Ronit Banerjee. Let's welcome him on the dais with a huge round of applause. Caller नहीं है ना? हाँ, done. On.
শোনো প্রেজেন্টেশনটা
কোথায় ডাউনলোড যে পাবি না?
না ডাউনলোড হবে না, আমাকে ওটা ইডিট করতে হবে। হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ অন্য ট্যাবে করে দিচ্ছি।
অভিষেক লাইট অফ করে দে, লাইট অফ করে দে, ওই লাইট অফ কর।
Good morning, guys. अरे भाई आवाज ही नहीं है यार। सभी ठंड से कांप रहे हैं क्या?
এই লাইনটা অফ করে দে।
बहुत ठंड है यार आज।
লাইটের লাইনটা।
Anyways,
শুধু স্পট।
before starting my session, I would love to tell you a story. Okay. Just raise your hands. How many have played Clash of Clans? Okay, fine. So, can anybody just stand up and tell me about the game? Anyone? Like anyone who was like a pro player at Town Hall 11, Town Hall 12, Town Hall 13? Anyone? Okay, stand up. Mike? So, thank you so much for your detail regarding Clash of Clans. Now, how is it relevant to, how this is relevant to Clash of Clans? Now, I would just love to tell you, when we build a farm in Clash of Clans, we need to have money, we need to have those resources into consideration. So, if once we just scale up the town hall, 1, 2, 3, 4, the resources are getting more and more and more. So we get the concept of scalability over here, right? Now once you had a small something like I think it's a builder hut or something. So you had it. Now you could build one particular, or you can upgrade one particular tool. Now after you have 2 builder huts, you can do twice of what you could do previously. Now it increases with the increase of builder huts, right? So here comes the concept of scalability. You increase the resources, you increase how it can be, you increase the parts or the tools, how it can be done, and it's getting scalable, right? It's not stagnant at a place. If you need 1 builder to build something, it's 1. If you need 5, then you can use the 5. Okay, so from here we come to the concept of scalability. And also, we come to a part where we can see memory management into the picture. We can see resource management into the picture, right? So, with cloud native tools, we can achieve that in the real world scenario, right? So, before starting, I would just love to like give some light into myself. That is, I have been a Google Summer of Code participant at DBpedia this year itself. So I am been a core contributor at Linux Foundation and Cloud Computing Foundation, Cloud Native Computing Foundation since a year or two. And basically, apart from this, I am a chapter lead of Cloud Native Hooghly. As you saw the billboard, I guess, like outside. And yeah, apart from tech, like people think that tech people are very boring, right? Apart from tech, I like football, traveling, photography. Okay, so 𝐒𝐫𝐚𝐵. Anyways, so now what I have done with CNCF, right? I would mention quite a few events. Like I was a part of OpenSource Summit, which is actually a event which is organized by Linux Foundation. That is there. You can see me over there. It's Dublin, Ireland. It's in 2022 OpenSource Summit. Next, I was a part of KubeCon, which was held at China in 2023 September, and I was among the scholars. Like there were 8 scholars. As you can see this, I am in the 4th position, like that. And globally, we were 8 people who got the scholarship. So, and being a CNCF ambassador, actually, I am also a part of 65 ambassadors in the entire India. Have you heard about big names like Sayam Pathak and Kunal Kushwaha? Yes? I am among them. Like I am among the 65 ambassadors in CNCF India, right? So I would just mention that this is a presentation at KubeCon North America that was held at Chicago. I couldn't reach there because, as you all know, that we have a 200 or 300 days of like visa thing for US. So for the waiting period, I couldn't reach North America, sadly. But yeah, I was there in the list among the 65 contributors, or I mean the 65 ambassadors globally. So enough of myself. Now let's talk about CNCF. Like, can I see the hands who are already a part of Cloud Native Hooghly? So I guess many of you have already attended my talk about CNCF. Peeps who are sitting in the front mostly are a part of CNCF, like Cloud Native Hooghly. So I won't bore you. I have interesting slides that would mention the numbers or the figures which we have for CNCF globally, right? So what is CNCF? Before knowing what is CNCF, I would let you know how CNCF was born. Okay, so I'm sorry for the folks who have already attended this talk before. So anyways, this time I have the interesting slides for you, and I would also like to mention that these slides are not made by me. These are like made by CNCF itself. So here is also a promotion of open source slides. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, so CNCF was born when? In 2015. Like how it was born? Before, like, have you all heard about Linus Torvalds, right? Anyone who has heard about Linus Torvalds? Okay, he is the creator of Linux. He's the creator of Git as well. Many don't know about the Git creator, but Linus Torvalds was actually the creator of Git as well. So I met him at Open Source Summit in Europe, and he's a very nice guy. Like he only talks about C programming, and the first time he talked about some other programming language was Rust. Okay, and it was a headline the next day. Anyways, talking about CNCF, actually Linus Torvalds and a team who are developing or maintaining the Linux projects have created Linux Foundation. Okay, so what is Linux Foundation? Linux Foundation is a kind of an organization. It's a non-profit organization which maintains the Linux and its distributions and relevant projects, right? So how is CNCF associated to Linux Foundation, right? Now, the crux of the story is before Linux Foundation, CNCF wasn't into the picture. After CNCF, like after Linux Foundation was born, there was a tool which was introduced in-house by Google itself. You know what I'm talking about right now? Anyone? Anyone? Yeah? Yes, the Kubernetes. So basically, Kubernetes was born in Google office itself. It was developed by a small team for its internal usage to manage its workloads. And later, the team thought that it was not getting enough funds in Google, right? So they thought that, hey, let's try it with open source. And you already know that Google is here to get profits, right? They are a closed source company mostly, and they are here to grab profits from the market. And we all know that Google is not can anybody say how Google actually gets profit? By ads, exactly. Google is an ad company, just like that. Okay, so Google never leaves a chance to get revenue, right? So after that, Google actually thought of funding this project, but it was not getting enough funding so that it can continue its operations. Now the team suggested that, hey, can we just get it open source? If we get it open source, we can have this to be in a public release. They can change the code, they can add features, they can actually use it in their system as well. They can try this product by themselves. And sooner or later, it became an industry standard. Kubernetes is now a tool which is used by the entire industry for scalable applications. Okay, be it, in fact, not only in the big MNCs or the Fortune 500s, it's also used in small startups as well, including mine. So now, these are this is a small representation of how diverse Linux Foundation is with CNCF. Now CNCF has this security part, this has the networking, cloud, automotive, blockchain, web. Okay, so I think everybody has heard about Hyperledger. Everybody has heard about OpenJS Foundation. OpenJS is nothing but who maintains Node. Have you heard about Node? Everybody has heard about Node, right? OpenJS is is the foundation who is maintaining this particular stuff, right? Hyperledger, you all know, it's about Web3, and CNCF, which is particularly looking into the cloud sector. Got it? So these are some graduated projects by CNCF. Now, I know it can look gibberish to you, but I can completely sense that. In fact, I was intimidated while having this look into the landscape. This is known as, this is not the entire landscape, but when we talk about the tiles or the images of these tools at a place, so it's considered to be the landscape of CNCF. Now, these are some of the graduated projects, and these are incubating projects. Incubating in the sense they are into the CNCF ecosystem, but they are getting some funds, but they are not ready for the stamp of CNCF that, hey, you can use it in the industry standard for yep. So next there are sandbox projects which are just considered by CNCF but not yet funded. Now how this actually works? Okay, so the sandbox comes in, then it goes to the incubating stage, then it reaches the graduation level, then it becomes the industry standard. Okay, I'll not go into these because this will create a big confusion. But yeah, I can show you the members. I think everybody knows these companies. These are huge companies. These are world famous companies. So platinum members are AWS, Alibaba. In fact, Apple is a member. IBM, Infosys, Intel. These are platinum members of CNCF. And the gold members include these. Okay, and here comes the non-profit sector and the academic sector as well. Now, if you want to get a CNCF definition, then you can get it from here. But in shorter terms, I would say that cloud native is actually supporting the cloud infrastructure by open source means. That's it, nothing much. And why these organizations are adopting cloud native, as I already said, that these are actually making the infrastructure efficient, right? Actually, and apart from that, these are also helping in risk management. This is helping in chaos engineering. Okay. Now, what is chaos engineering? Chaos engineering is not like, भाई अभी suppose data center में current चला गया, ठीक है? फिर वो फिर current आएगा तो फिर तुम उसको boot करोगे. That is not chaos engineering. It's like much more complex stuff. Okay. So Kubernetes is the main fork of Cloud Native Computing Foundation. Around Kubernetes, the tools are developed, and those tools are a part of the CNCF landscape. Okay. Now see the trend. Before 2016, like nobody knew about Kubernetes. What is Kubernetes? Okay. So yeah. So then in 2015, Google donated Kubernetes to Cloud Native Computing Foundation. It was donated to Linux Foundation, and Cloud Native Computing Foundation was born based on Kubernetes and the supporting tools it had. So 2016, then it went. Then COVID hit. Then thoda down, फिर it again went. Okay, we have data till 2021. Maybe it has exceeded the graph. Okay, so yep, these are like a top open source projects in the entire world. You can see React over in the top place. Okay, React. Then we have Linux itself, and the third position is held by Kubernetes. And there are multiple. In fact, we have VS Code, TensorFlow, Terraform, and stuff. And Ethereum is also here. You can see, I guess. If not, I will share those slides. You can check it later on. By the way, you can actually access these slides at cncf.io/presentation. These are open source slides. It can be accessed by anyone. I have not made these. Okay. So I don't think that it will actually make sense. But yeah. So what about when I'm talking about, like I was actually talking about CNCF and Clash of Clans, right? Now, when I talk about Clash of Clans, anyone like who has played Clash of Clans? Anyone went for Clan Wars? Clan Wars? Okay. So we made clans, right? We made clans with friends or some relative or like unknown people. Right? We build a community in the game itself. We create that particular community where we come together and we do something, right? We build our like ecosystem or something like that. I'm not talking about fights. Okay, no community is going for fights, but yeah, I'm just relating this to you just to make it simpler. So CNCF is also a community, and it's open to all. Anyone can join it. Okay, like the moment, like I think most of the people over here are registered through the Cloud Native Hooghly's page, right? You can join our page. You can have more such events where we talk about Cloud Native, and you will get a lot of exposure in open source softwares as well. So KubeCon and Cloud Native Con is a flagship conference which is held by our beloved CNCF. So yeah, I think like as a like community partner or the community member, I would visit more such conferences, and I would love to have more people from the crowd who will join me in the later international trips, right? So, and the main mantra behind CNCF is contribute, contribute, and contribute. Okay, so contribution must not be coded contribution every time. It can be some like upholding the community. It can be like placing events like this. It can be making slides. It can be making logos. It can be anything, but just help the organization grow. They are not charging anything from you, and you are giving it to them, and you gain the experience of having real world open source contributions. And when you are into some company, you are like, okay, this is very much similar, like I am very much familiar to these tools, and I can definitely work with those very easily. So this creates a mindset that nobody has or nobody will have apart from open source developers. And yeah, I'm also like big supporter of hackathons. I myself, I actually started with hackathons in my early days. So I would love to tell you a short story. Okay, that is when I was, actually I belong to Academy of Technology, if anybody doesn't know this. So I am a CSBS undergrad. I'm currently in my third year. So when I came to college first, okay, I saw this gap between the, I hope there is no professor right over here. Okay, so there was a gap between the college administration and the students' interest. Okay, I figured out this gap, and it's not me at least, it was me with more friends. We created a hackathon team. It was me, it was 𝐒𝐲𝐽𝐻, it was Raja, Kaustav. We made a team. We named it Tech Squad, and we went for hackathons. We actually like got many positions, but we never won one. But we got certain recognition in international level as well, like Yale University and stuff. So it was a great fun. And from there, I gained the experience of contributing to main projects, and then I streamlined my flow of work and contributed to projects like Linux Foundations. Then I went into stuffs like Cloud Native Computing Foundation. Like these happen step by step. Okay, so if being a student, a regular student from Academy of Technology can reach these conferences, I really urge you people to come forward and contribute for the orgs. And I really believe that you have the potential. In fact, more than me. I am no one here, trust me. Like there are multiple folks who are better, far better than me in development. Okay? So I would really suggest them to contribute to the real world projects and come up with me. So yeah. And I would also recommend you certifications that are around Kubernetes and Cloud Native. There is a certification called 𝐾CNA that is regarding the basics of Kubernetes and Cloud Native architecture. So if anyone is interested around these certifications, you can contact me. I'm the ambassador. I have coupon codes which can reduce your cost significantly. But yeah, you can contact me anytime, any moment. Okay. Let's not get into these things. Okay, so this I would just mention this slide. That is from virtualization, we came to cloud native. Initially, we run VMs. Now we are going cloud native into microservice architecture. From 2000s to 2015, we moved to cloud native, and it was a great achievement by CNCF globally. So, yep. And if anyone has any question regarding this, if anyone has any question regarding my journey, being an open source developer, being an ambassador of CNCF, being a scholarship recipient, in fact, being a startup co-founder at ProjectX, anything, just shoot at me. I would definitely love to answer those. Apart from that, I'm done from my side. Thank you so much, guys. Any questions, guys? Nothing? Boring kar diya yaar. I think so. I'm sorry, I was a bit nervous for actually because this was my first time presenting in my college. So I have delivered a lot of speeches in in India and outside India as well, but it was my first time in delivering here, so I was a bit nervous. I would not lie, but yeah, I tried my best. And if there are any questions, then please shoot at me. I'll love to answer those. Anything, just you can. In fact, if you are shy to ask now, you can ask me later after this event. I'm there. And thank you so much. And I believe you have my you can connect with me over LinkedIn or Twitter or anywhere. You can DM me, and I'm happy to answer your doubts. Fine? Okay then. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone.